Fall forward. This is what I mean. Abraham Lincoln failed in business twice, had a nervous breakdown, and lost 8 elections. His 9th election, he became president. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted thousands of failed experiments, but he eventually created the light bulb. Lincoln and Edison are just a few of the countless leaders of the world who have failed and lost and fell flat on their faces before they even caught a glimpse of success. But you see, they fell forward. They weren't afraid to fail. They weren't afraid to lose. They weren't afraid to be made fun of or denied or ridiculed. Leaders around the world, whether they be an iconic figure or a shy middle school student, have failed. I have failed. You all have failed. You might have lost a football or basketball game. You might have not even gotten on the team. You might have failed a big test or did bad on the SAT. You might have had a great idea for your student government that nobody else liked. And you've probably heard the words, "You can't do it." But you see, you fall forward from those things. That's what makes us leaders. You practice your sport relentlessly, you study harder, and you continue to stand up in your student government and say, "I have a good idea." You continue these things no matter how many times you're criticized and discouraged, and no matter how miserably you fail at anything. You're still here at FASC. Despite the failures and challenges you face, you are falling forward. You know that no matter how many times you are wrong, you will eventually be right. Just like Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Edison and students at other state conferences and students in other schools in America and every other country, you know that you will change the world solely because the world has failed to change you. The world has failed to change you. Why? Why hasn't it changed you? Why haven't you given up? Because with every loss, every discouraging comment, and every sad defeat you experience, you are falling forward. You don't give up because you know. You know that if you want to get something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. You want to make a change and you want to succeed. And so you take a chance. And yeah, you fail, but you know that the real failure in life is to not even try at all. And because of that, the world can't change you, and it can't define you. Leaders around the world, students, just like all of you, are categorized and listed as numbers in their schools. A lot of students will say, "I'm not in the top 10 of my class. I'm not in the top 50 of my class. I'm not even in the top 150 of my class, so that means I'm stupid. And I should just give up since that list told me that all these kids are better than I am." Stephen Hawking, the famous physicist who can't walk and can only speak through a computer, has won numerous awards and has made hundreds of new discoveries about our world. He is often referred to as the master of the universe. And in high school, he was 3rd from the bottom of his graduating class. Stephen Hawking was a student, just like you and me. And he didn't let a number define him. He didn't let the world change him. He changed the world. He didn't give up. You see, we aren't so different from the leaders who came before us, the leaders we still know about to this day. In 1941, amidst the devastation of World War II, Thomas Edison, Winston Churchill visited his alma mater and addressed the students along with the whole of Great Britain. An elaborate speech was expected. Instead, he stood on stage, gripped the microphone as I'm doing, and said, "Never give up. Never give up. Never, never, never give up." Churchill refused to give up. Leaders around the world, whether their challenges and failures be big or small, large or petty, never give up. They continue to fall forward, allowing their failures to push them forward to their future successes, not backwards, wallowing in past mistakes. Now I have a question for you, leaders of the world. Which way will you fall? Thank you.